Okay, I'm gonna need to close the door. Wait. Okay. We should be good. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I finally had a little more time to study setting things and trying to fix my OBS. So I ended up just going with like an older version of OBS, and that like made it easier for me to turn on a different encoder, which I was told was a better encoder than the software. Um, like a H something. Sorry. Technical things. We're not starting the stream yet. Just technical things, because I am looking for advice on this. So in VENC, the hardware encoder, I heard it was better than the software. I don't know how true that is, but I could not use it previously because my I'm using Steam Machine, the Alienware Alpha, right? Steam Machine. So um there's only like up to a certain point you can upgrade the um graphics card. I haven't been able to upgrade it further than it is at the moment. So it's always been a problem with quite a few games. Where the software was just not the graphics card software was just not up to par. And so that like causes a lot of issues too on this computer. So using older software seems to be, for like the older version of OBS, seems to be like the solution. So if anybody interested, if you're also having trouble with the hardware encoder, NVENC, I think, yeah, then you need to use the latest version is 27.2.4 of OBS, and anything later than that apparently does not work. So that's cool. I finally figured that out. Um, we've changed internet providers. I mean, it's the same internet provider, it's just a different type of internet because we finally canceled that TV thing we had, TV, phone, internet bundle thing, which was super expensive. It was like around $300 we paid for their cheapest internet, their basic phone, and the second to basic package of TV, which we never watched. Right? And that was $300. And they're like, "Okay, but if you're just going to get like one of those things, it's going to be more expensive." I'm like, "How could it possibly be more expensive? There's no sales on the bill. There's nothing like how can it possibly be more expensive? There's no way I'm going to be paying $300 just for the internet." And that is how they kept convincing us not to cancel. That's like exactly what the customer representative would say to us. Oh no, it's going to be a lot more expensive for you on internet if you just have like um just the internet itself without the TV and the phone. It would be more expensive. That made no sense to me, but they would be like, no, it would be more expensive. Turns out what she meant was, yeah, the internet itself would be more expensive. We would pay so much less for the overall bill without having the TV and thing on it. So we were able to get faster internet for the whole household without TV and the thing, and we were paying like $150 a month, 170 instead of 300, and that's like a huge. That's like half the bill. It just cut the bill in half, you know, and we got better internet off of it. I'm just for now like I don't know how good it actually is, how much better or worse or whatever. So we're gonna be testing it out today. Today's the first day that we have a different internet package. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. So If there's problems with stream quality, or if you notice a difference, it's because I have um, messed with the settings of the OBS. I went to an older version of OBS. I have different internet for today. I messed with the volume of the game that I'm playing, trying to find like a golden middle, because it's been really hard for me to find a golden middle for the sound. I might sound a little quieter today, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm the same volume as I'm always am. But yeah. I also tried to improve the sound quality through the software. I don't know if that's gonna help. I have like the shittiest, the most basic headset. Like, I paid $10 for this headset that I'm using. Okay, for the headphones and the microphone that's built in. You can probably hear every tap. Yeah, you can definitely hear that. So, and it screeches, and the sound quality is not great. Um, but guess what? That's what I have, and this is a hobby, not my job. It's not like I'm earning money off of this, so putting money into it is questionable at the moment. Yeah, so money's kind of tight at some points for me personally. So, I'm like leery of buying equipment for hobbies that I'm not sure I'm gonna stick with. You know what I mean? Like, before, I used to be the person who would find a new hobby that I loved, and I would just like go right into it. Um, and then and then I would spend thousands of dollars on equipment, and then I would never use it. Never use it. It was just like a waste of money. And that was all the money that I could have like kept and used for something else later, um when I needed it more, you know? So, I'm trying not to like jump into hobbies anymore and spending money immediately. You know what I mean? Like, I like to improve slowly. At the moment, like, almost nobody watches me. So, to anybody who does, even though my stream quality is crappy, thank you. Um, I don't know how much my streams are gonna pause or like get stuck, but hopefully not too bad. Um, some of the settings I did was I changed the video quality of the resolution of the stream to a little bit higher. Hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully it's not gonna like completely stall my computer and make it impossible for me to stream. That's something I did. I changed the audio quality. Hopefully it's like a little improved. I don't know. I don't know if I'm quieter or louder, or volume is gonna be hard. And yeah, and I changed the OBS to like an older version, and changed the encoder. I'm hoping like all of those changes will actually make the stream better. But if not, then I'm sorry. If they made everything a mess, sorry, I'm just like learning. Um, I'm not great at this kind of. I used to be so good at picking up new technology. I feel so old. Like, before, it used to be like, okay, new piece of technology. I could like it takes me an afternoon of just like going over it, and I'm good. Or like new social media platform, it would take me like an afternoon of just going over it, and then that's it. I'm good, and I know how to use it fully. You know. Instead, nowadays it seems like really hard to grasp anytime I do new kind of things. So OBS is taking me forever to get used to. Restream is getting me forever to get used to. Twitch and YouTube streaming is taking me forever to get used to. So there's so many things I don't know, and I don't know where to find out about those things besides maybe YouTube video tutorials, but those are not always clear. It's a mess. Anyway, I think it's time I start to stream, actually. The game, that is. So, last time I was stuck on a boss battle in the game. In the DLC, this one, the Legacy one. And the problem was, there was a huge problem, actually. With the fact is, I was stuck on the boss fight, and I kept wanting to kill the main boss with Enders, because I had a feeling that, um, did I ever examine
Looks like the
these?
dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him. I can't have Mother living in this hole. We've got to get out of here.
I think I checked out all of these things before.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago.
Yeah. Anyway, so what happened is I had Enders fight him. I had to cheat because I could not, for the life of me, win that boss battle. I knew what to do, but I just could not get it done. Especially not with Enders, because I don't usually fight him, or use him. It was a mess. Honestly, it was bad. It was horrible. It was horrific. But I figured out a new cheat of making my NPCs immortal. Not NPCs, my players, my characters, my player characters. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Words are hard, y'all. Yeah. So, despite the fact that it was an impossible boss battle, with a cheat, I was able to do it, which makes sense. You're invincible as a player character, and so, yeah. And with that, with my player character being invincible, and with me controlling Enders, the two of them, I had Bethany with me, and the other one, the guy that I really like, what's his face? What's his face? Him, Varric. I had Varric with me. So I had Varric with me, my sister, and Anders. Yeah, so these two kept dying. I made her immortal, and then I was playing him, and together I was able to, beat that boss. It was horrible. The thing is, I kept trying to kill the boss with him because I had like the feeling that maybe if because he was like really close to being one of the gods, right? To like the archdemons or whatever. And so I was like, okay, considering how they couldn't kill him, maybe he can't die. Maybe he's like one of them gods, right? And I thought, okay, but he's a warden, right? So maybe if he kills him, he'll die, right? So I tried to test that theory. But instead, once you actually beat him, you get a cutscene where the main character, alas me, Lydia, kills him. Which sucks, because that means I can't find out what would have happened if he died. And then on top of that, there was a cutscene where I am like 100% that he took over that old man. The old man who helped us and like told us and explained to us, like the old warden commander, to explain to us what was happening. For sure, right? For sure. That I understand. He was like, thank you for freeing me. I'm like, okay, you're possessed. 100%. So, that Corypheus person, he's out there. For sure. But apparently we're just not going to continue that storyline. That's just like a DLC, like, wink wink, he's not gone yet, wink wink, that kind of thing, DLC. Very unsatisfying end. I hated it. I could have completely beat that boss if I was controlling Lydia and just let all my other characters die in that boss battle, or be knocked out as it is, and just like alone went at it. I would have probably been able to beat the boss without cheating, but I did it specifically so Anders would kill him. And my hunch was right. So he's definitely not dead. He possessed, that guy. And I'm just now like, okay, that's unsatisfying. So all over, I will say I dislike the DLC. And that is my final answer to that. Other than that, I don't know. I disliked the DLC. Also, I disliked Enders. Okay, here's the thing. So far, playing this game, right? And I took a little break from this game because of many reasons. Basically, I haven't played this game in a while. But I will tell you right now, I've been thinking about these characters living, and I gotta say, in the first game, right? Who do we have? We had Win, who is a gilf, and don't disagree with me. She's a gilf. That's it, non-negotiable, right? She's amazing. And then we have we had Alistair, who was like a puppy. He's just like, oh my god, I follow you everywhere. You know, we had Stan. I did not understand him. He's just alien to me. He was probably the only one I was like, Then we had Shale. She was hilarious. And then we had Zevran, who was also hilarious. And then we had, I think because I didn't try to go romantic with Zevran, he was really funny. I think if it was romance, he would also like make me feel like I'm puking. But I thought about it, and like at first it seems like a good idea to romance him because he's funny. But you know, he's a little too damaged for romance. He probably like getting over somebody's death or whatever. So I'm probably never gonna romance Zevran in that game. Anyway, continuing on. There was our buddy Ogren, and he was cool. I really felt sad for him and how his wife treated him, like spousal abuse. Damn. And then we had Morgan, and she was the only one that I didn't like, but she kind of redeemed herself towards the end for me. I understood why she was so prickly, though. Like, I didn't like her, but I understood why. And in this game, I'm, like, looking at the roster of characters, and, like, half of them I just want to get rid of because they're so frustrating and annoying. Like, okay, first we have the one I hate the most, which is him, Anders. As soon as it was, like, the dark storyline where he's like, I'm gonna hurt you if we're ever in love, I'm like, okay, you're a creep. You're like the highest level of heebie-jeebies I've ever felt. I hate this guy. And I will tell you now that in every fiction that I've ever had where there was a romance and there was like that kind of person in it, where he's like so dark and mysterious and he's like, I'm gonna hurt you if we're together. Every time that happened, those are the characters that I hate the most. They give me the biggest heebie-jeebies I will ever have. So, I was in the DLC, I was like, okay, so if he kills, if Corypheus is like similar to the gods that he serves, and he is not gonna die if killed, and maybe that's why the other wardens couldn't kill him. But now that I think about it, they were also wardens, so I think if they killed him, he would have died. Because can't wardens also kill the archdemons, right? I don't know. There's so many plot holes in that one. Anyway, so I thought, like, they have to have tried to kill him, right, to know that he can't die. Like, there was many things unexplained in that DLC, and whatever. I thought I could get rid of him if he's the one who does, like, a finishing curse or something, or if I can't get rid of him, at least I'll, like, know more about him and find redeeming qualities, so I played the DLC with him. You know what? No, I hate him. He is horrible. He is... and... yeah, I hate him. Absolutely hate this guy. And then we have this guy, Fenris. And I hate him as well. It's like, okay, oh, I am so dark and mysterious and I was a slave. But you know what? Those people over there, those mages, like, they should be enslaved. Yo, no. See, they're not elves. They're not me. They're mages, yo. They should be enslaved. No. See, mages are not humans. Yeah, no, I know they don't see me as human. That's why they enslaved me. But I'm totally deserving of freedom. But those mages over there, yo, no. They need to be enslaved, in chains, dead. They need to be something. They can't live as free people. Which enrages me. Absolutely hate it. That's the way I see his character, so I'm like, you mother freaking blah. Okay, so I hate this guy, and I hate this guy. And then we have her, and she's like, yeah, everybody hates mages. Because blood mages give them bad name. You know what I'm gonna become? Blood mage. A blood mage. Because you know what? meddling with things that are very dangerous and that I can't control is obviously very safe because I'm the smartest person around here. So I hate her too. So the only characters that I like out of this game is these five. And this one because my main character, obviously that's me, so can't exactly super hate myself. Bethany, our just sister, she's a maid. She had to endure and hide herself, and I'm like, okay, I want to protect our baby little sister. That's fine. Evelyn, she lost her husband. She had to, and you know what? Here's the thing. Evelyn, her husband was a Templar, right? So she knows mages could be dangerous. She grew up with that kind of grew up and also lived with that kind of rhetoric, and yet she was open minded enough to be like, okay, well, isn't it up to the individual? You know, like individuals matter. It's not all mages or all Templars or all something. Individuals matter, and the way she treats people is like based on who they are as a person, not like whether they're Templar or mage or normal human or whatever. You know, so I like her, and you know, she's fine. Varric, I absolutely love him. He's just like your average, um, kind of rogue character, I guess. Your stereotypical rogue. He's gonna find ways to, you know, win everywhere, but he does care a little bit, you know. Enough that he's not gonna abandon you in like a super hard situation, but he's also not like gonna, if he has a way to get ahead, you know, he will take it. So you know, the average rogue, like, yeah. And then we have Isabella, who is I don't know her as much, but I really like her character so far. She's just badass. She used to be a pirate, smuggler. She's against slavery, which is always great in my book. I don't know. I kind of like her. I really liked her character in the first game. She was fun. So yeah, I'm like I'm looking at this and I'm like,